Good morning. Welcome back to Margin. This morning, we're going to talk about how to manage your finances in your 30s. So let's jump right into it. So now that we've covered the importance of debt pay down and pay off, as well as going through the process of looking at increasing your investing once your debt is paid off, as well as some insurance policies that I would recommend, which is looking at alternative savings and being intentional about setting goals and pursuing those savings goals. As you've already taken an assessment of where you're at and where you want to go in the future, it's important for you to stop and look at some additional areas that you actually want to save for. Now, this is especially important because you want to have something that you're looking toward. Now, you may be immediately thinking, my gosh, based on my income, how am I ever supposed to save, give, invest, and ensure it's the level being recommended to me? Now, I believe that much of this comes down to the priorities that you have in applying the offense to increasing your income to make sure that these things that are a priority to you are actually happening. And of course, that these actually align with your priorities. You want to make sure that these align with your priorities and what is actually most important to you and your vision for your life. Now, this is meant to be more of a comprehensive approach to covering your bases, to making sure that you are both offense and defense minded. That you're going through the process of making sure not to just hold the line, but to take new ground. Now, alternative savings would be above and beyond your emergency fund and would be for anything from an expected future surgery for maybe you or your spouse or a child or a family member. This could also be savings to go towards school, going back to school, maybe for a vehicle or a home. But this could also be starting a savings account for a child in the future, or maybe a college fund of some kind. So your vision will help you define this further. And I know that I'm grouping a lot of different components into one area and just expecting that you will go through the process and figure out what is actually the priority for you. But it's important for you to actually figure out, based on your vision, what you want to save for. So the what is less important than the how and the how much. You should set up an auto transfer from your account whenever you're paid so that you are not tempted to use these funds for some other purpose that was not intended. Now, much like you went through the process with your emergency fund and building that up and hitting certain goals along the way, you'll want to make sure that once you max out that savings based on a 6-month emergency fund, that you're going to basically attach onto the next goal, which is basically saving in the same manner, but for a new goal. Now, figuring out a percentage of how much to put aside may be especially difficult for you, but you may want to start with 5%, you may want to start with 10% in order to save directly toward something that you've been looking forward to. And I think that you'll realize that that will grow quickly. And it will be something that you have to look forward to, as it's money out of sight, out of mind. And so with that, you can determine what it is you want to save for beyond your emergency fund. And once you are out of debt and you're investing, but think about it. What is it that you actually want to save for? Is it adding to your generosity? Is it being able to save up and doing a big gift for someone? Is it doing an addition on your house, or restoring a vehicle, or some other myriad of different aspects that you may look forward to? But figuring out how you could apply this money to and from a standpoint of something that would be especially fun for you, that you would enjoy spending the money on. Now, it's important that you set the goal, automate the process, and make sure that you are contributing to this goal on a regular basis so you can celebrate the progress. But I wouldn't stop there. I would really sit down, see what you want to accomplish, set the savings goal, accomplish that savings goal, and then set the next goal based on the vision that you have for your life, the things that you want to accomplish. Now, you'll always want something that you will be working towards, that you are excited for. Now, that first goal may be a way to give back. That second goal may be something for you and your spouse to go on a trip and spend time together. Or maybe it's to finally invest in that vacation home or a fun weekend vehicle. But these aspects of savings are with purpose, and they're important for you to be able to see life from a standpoint of not just making a living in order to get by, but that you are actually building a life based on the vision of the life that you want to have. Now, this may spark a question for you in regards to whether you have your vision in place, whether you have defined that vision. But it will be especially important that you are building a life through saving up for giving, for hobbies, for experiences, and that you're intentionally building a life and pursuing these goals in line with that vision. And so I would encourage you to go through that process if you haven't done so already, building out that vision so you actually know what these goals are leading up to. Now, this alternative savings goal basically gives you the ability to stay motivated, to stay focused, because you're always working towards something. Now, I think that we are always in need of something that we are working towards, something we can be excited about, and something that we can have motivate us. And I think that everyone will have a different definition of what it is that they want to pursue, but I think it's especially important that you figure it out for yourself. You can't live vicariously through someone else, and you don't want someone else living vicariously through you. So you want to figure out what it is that you want to pursue, and along the way, put those benchmarks in place, put those goals in place so that you are actively and intentionally, accomplishing goals along the way on the journey, because it's more important that you are actually experiencing the journey than it is about hitting the destination of that vision that you have. So the journey is extremely important, and it's extremely important you stay motivated along that path so that you don't veer off of your vision and end up fulfilling someone else's vision, someone else, and their plan for your life. So my call to action today looks at finding what it is that you actually want to save for. What's especially important to you? Something that you can look forward to and be excited for. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.